you tell me why you started on this journey, why you decided to take on the challenge of 24-hour dining?
We had gone so far with our Eden journey and our culture change, and we were moving along, and it was the winter day, but that was the morning that we were short-staffed because the snow had fallen and people couldn't get into work, so they said, oh, all hands on deck, everybody come out of your offices and assist our elders to dine. And I realized at that point in time that the vision wasn't really happening with culture change. Our elders really weren't getting choices, and they were getting up based on our staff schedule, not on our schedule. And all of a sudden I said, wait a minute, the only way that we can make Eden happen and really allow elders to have choices is if we get rid of our tray delivery system. I mean, that was it. Our tray delivery system locked us into being able to go further on our journey. And Cindy and I had talked, and I said, well, something just didn't feel right. I felt like we were on the edge of a cliff, and something else had to happen. And it was that experience that said, okay, that's it. We got to jump off the cliff and get rid of tray delivery service and do 24-hour dining. And from there, it happened. So we started in January 2007, introduced it to the staff. We had meetings.
We did small meetings to explain to them the importance of this for our elders, because we needed them to buy into it in order for it to work. So we had really small meetings so they could ask questions, and we passed a basket at the beginning and said, what time do you like to get up? What do you like for breakfast? What do you like for lunch? And
how do you like your eggs cooked?
Getting them to realize that our elders need choices too.
We met every week for 2 hours and said, okay, we got to tear this all down. We've got to get rid of the whole way we've been doing long-term care, because what's going to happen? What's going to change?
We wrote down on sheets of paper every task that needed to be done all day long for our elders. And we started going through and said, who could do this, who could do this? And we realized, except for a few professional nurse duties, everyone can do everything. Everyone can wipe the toilet, everyone can wipe and over the bed table, serve our elders, help with dining with our elders. So we realized that everybody could do everything, and everyone became caregivers.
The problem that was holding us back was the fact that the regulations didn't allow us to do certain things. Because we said in order to wipe it over the bed table, you have to go get a key, unlock the chemical. So we had to take the regulations, recognize what the issue was with them, and then bend and twist them so we were in compliance, but also to be able to make us more efficient.
What advice would you give other long-term care facilities who might like to try 24-hour dining?
Do it.
Do it. It's not that hard. You just have to plan, you have to sit down, you have to have a plan, and then just go for it, because there's really no other way to do it.
Why wouldn't you do it? I mean, if you're in the business, and I'm assuming they're not in it for the money, then you're in it because you care about the elders. And so they have to.
All you have to do is really just completely forget, blow up what we've been doing all these years, and just think of it in a different way. And one way to do that, since we're getting older, is to say, how do we want it to be when we get there? You know, do we want to be woken up and given soggy toast? I don't think so. And our elders don't deserve that, and we don't, we want better for them.